So we had a lot of fun videos planned for this summer, and then coronavirus hit.
We had a whole season 2 of Wimpy Alien planned out. Pokemonji was gonna get a sequel. We were gonna do a bunch of original content, some really epic scale videos that I was really looking forward to.
Not something we can do while trying to practice safe social distancing and keep everyone we know and love working with safe. So we had to scale things back majorly.
Limited locations, limited cast and crew, and now limited budgets. So all those 3 things combined, you get Ghostbusters Scene Riff.
And trying to think of ideas for things we could do while quarantined. Of course, the animated shorts came up, but also we thought back to Han vs. Greedo, which we had just filmed that January.
That was shot pretty much entirely in front of a green screen. It was 2 actors, it was 4 people on set total.
That was just gonna be a one and done style parody where we take a scene and we see it played out many different ways. But that actually was such a great structure for us going forward with productions in COVID-19.
For that short, the whole thing was based off the fact that that famous Han shot first sequence keeps getting changed by the creators themselves. Now, maybe other scenes that we're riffing now haven't been changed that much by the actual creators, but this is a fun series that tries to think, well, what if they couldn't stop tinkering with their scenes? What if they just needed a few more shots, a few more takes, a few more ideas? What crazy things could we see happen?
Just empty your heads, don't think of anything!
I immediately thought of Ghostbusters. I love Ghostbusters, and I'm actually shocked we've never done a Ghostbusters parody. Shame on us.
We had those costumes already, so we spent almost nothing on costumes. Fun fact, we got those costumes on November 2nd at Spirit because they have 50 to 70% off the day after, or 2 days after Halloween. Actually, I think it was a few years ago. We got the Ghostbusters costumes, the Proton Pack, which I think looks awesome.
To me, it's kind of akin to playing make-believe when you're a kid. You just kind of use the power of imagination, and that's pretty much what this whole series is.
I'm on the $5 bill!
Whenever I reenacted scenes from movies as a kid, because I did that a lot, specifically with Ghostbusters and Beetlejuice, I usually played the Bill Murray character, or Slimer. But when Brennan said, I would love for you to play Egon, like, Egon? Really? Look! After the fact, I loved playing Egon, but going into it, I don't think I was as excited about it because he is one of the characters that I wouldn't have picked to play as a kid.
Well, it's not that bad, is it?
And female Ghostbuster is fun too.
Who you gonna call, boys?
Filming this one was a lot of fun, and part of it I think is because we had been quarantined for about 3 months, keeping apart and making sure we were all safe and healthy. So when we finally did come back together and keep just the 3 of us in this little small environment, it was kind of a small reunion, so to speak, and a little bit of a, yeah, let's film again.
Fun fact, there's only 1 Proton Pack because that's all they had left at Spirit, so we actually filmed all of us separately and we kept swapping the Proton Packs, the gloves, we only had 1 set of gloves, and the elbow pads as well. So there's some benefits to shooting in front of a green screen, and one of those is you can share costumes.
So I ended up looking a lot more like Bill Murray than I ever imagined I would, and that's a large thanks to Alea's makeup work and especially what she did with the wig.
I cut up the wig, had to use part of Brendan's real hair with the wig, and I'm really actually happy with how that turned out. That was a surprise for me. I didn't think it was gonna be so much fun doing the makeup. And then of course me as Egon, I think I look like Aladdin with glasses. If we ever do Aladdin, I could play Aladdin. And Jasmine.
In trying to determine what monsters would appear to replace Stay Puft, we started looking around the studio and our office area for different toys or different props that we already had available to us.
We got the creepy off-brand Mickey Mouse costume from House of Massive Cards, the Lincoln outfit from Impatient Lincoln, E.T. from Wimpy Alien 4, the Cookie Monster puppet from Mr. Rogers' Wasteland, even the Baby Yoda was a digital puppet I made for Han vs. Greedo. It's a greatest hits.
But there is one toy, the Transformers toy, that we really wanted to put in, but nobody had a Transformer toy out of the 3 of us. So I want to give a huge shout out to Iceboy Gumball, who supplied us with his Transformers toy.
When approaching the visual effects, each different vignette was very different and always depended on whether we had the toy or not. So sometimes you'll notice that we use a physical toy and move that around as a puppet. Sometimes you'll notice that it's a complete digital recreation, like with the Starship Enterprise, where it's just different things put together. We didn't actually have an Enterprise toy we could use. And every now and then it was an interesting combination of all those different techniques. I think the Star Wars AT-AT was the one I was most proud of. We did both live footage of it and stop motion, and then put it all together digitally. And so it's kind of a combination of all the techniques used.
You make things that you hope will work, You make things that you think the audience will like, but in the moment, as you're making it, it's really just for you. But the reception has been great, and it's just wonderful that something that you enjoy making in the moment ends up being something well received from the audience. So thank you so much for that.
Guys, thank you so much for watching behind the scenes of Ghostbusters Scene Riff. If there's a scene from a classic movie that you'd like to see us riff off of for a future Scene Riff video, let us know in the comments below and we'll definitely take it into consideration.
Thanks for watching and stay safe out there, everybody.
Thank you so much.
We can do better.